So this is a demonstration of the fold and go pre-roll device. We like to use these trim bins. This is the ground material that we grind in the Futurola shredder. Doing about, what was it, 1 pound? A pound at what, 3 seconds?
3 seconds.
3 second grind, 1 pound worth of material. Gives us a pretty good consistency. We do use this to sift the material, and then we end up roughly with this. And then again, this is a little bit on the drier side. I don't have a moisture content for you at the moment, but let's get started. This tray actually we made, it's a little thinner than the one that comes with the Futurola. That's what we call a shake. Kind of have a special technique on how to get it loaded properly and evenly. That's a tap. And what's that, a wipe? Mm-hmm. Okay. So each strain kind of has its own shake, tap, wipe, whatever. You kind of have to figure it out to get the weights just proper. This was clearly already loaded with Futurola pre-roll cones. We only use Futurola pre-roll cones. We've noticed they seem to give us the most accurate weight because they're more, I guess, cylindrical, round on
more
top.
Uniform inside.
More uniform inside. Here he's just setting up for the next run. We've got this over here. This is a 2-person job. While one is running the knockbox, we have this little, I don't know, a preloader sitting here loading cones that will then get transferred over to the Futurola Knockbox. He's also loading over here, just speeds the process up.
You got 2.
So yeah, he did 2 rows, so I'm gonna do that last row there. Here's the actual fold and go tray. That's where the magic happens. What's the fastest time on that so far? 32 seconds for 100 pre-rolls. Flip it over, tap them out. I don't have gloves on, but Jordan, grab a cone. Give me a side view. Okay, let's go weigh it. So we've teared out a green bin here. We've calculated that with the weight, if we call the cone 0.25 grams, that it's supposed to be right at 75 grams for 100. And that would put us technically at 0.49 per unit, and technically at 0.763. They're probably at like 0.491 or something, but they're just slightly under a half gram. But there you go.
I'll do 2, Jordan.
So there's a couple of requirements, not really requirements, but you kind of have, you don't need a whole lot of space to do this. but we've found that like this little Craftsman bench here, I think, I don't know, 250 bucks from Lowe's, something like that. But you do need a hard surface to do the tap. When earlier when we showed the wipe, the shake, and then the tap, you do need a solid, rigid surface. And also this is another like little Craftsman bench. I think, again, I don't know, a couple $100 from Lowe's, but it comes in handy. And then we've got this adjustable Husky table that you can get at Home Depot. But and then the roller chair really comes in handy, because then the person running the fold and go can kind of roll from that position to over to here, to over there to dump. And again, here's some more loading. Again, when there's downtime, you're loading cones. Downtime, loading cones. Normally this would be even faster without me being in here in their way.
What you got, Sam?
But
I got 2.
there we go, unloading into the fold and go tray. And again, these are absolutely flawless. You have noticed if the material is too wet, it doesn't do nearly as good of a job. You really kind of have to have that perfect material moisture content. But again, you know, you throw it in a bag like this. Throw it in a bag like this, throw in a Boost or a Boveda, 1 pound, you know, humidity, 2-way humidity control. You'll bring your moisture right back up. We don't have any problems with, I mean, we have 0 problems with any customers saying our stuff's too dry. I'm just gonna say it. In fact, I mean, we've got all the stores out there saying that we've got the best pre-rolls out there. So I don't know, that's your own call. But again, you know, a little bit on the drier side and you've got a really good pre-roll. Stems can't pop out. Very little stem. I mean, maybe like 1 in 10,000 and maybe a stem will pop out, but because they're in like this cavity, there's nowhere for a stem to go. What is this, 400?
This will be, yep.
You know, I used to have 5 people sitting around a table folding the tops with a chopstick by hand, using the Futurola tray that comes with the Futurola Knockbox. You know, I'd be lucky to maybe get 7,000 pre-rolls done in a day with everybody sitting around a table. And that's like 5 employees. This thing has literally changed the entire process. We're down to just 2 people, and what's the current record? 15,600 in an 8-hour day. That's a half-hour lunch break, 2 15-minute breaks throughout the day. So What is that? Like really? That's a 7 hour. It's in 7 hours, 15,006.
Yes.
100.
Yeah.
And that was with strain change.
Yeah. Again, that's with the strain change, meaning that they've got to come over here, clean up all this, pull out more material, grind it to consistency. Run it through the sifter, etc. So that that strain change takes a little bit, but so right here is 500. So right there's 500 pre-rolls, which is supposed to weigh, what was it, 375? 375. $388, so they're a little bit over, but again, that's
500.
that puts us. I mean, you're at 0.495 or something. I mean, you're less than a half of a tenth of a gram. I mean, that's pretty darn close for how fast this thing works. But yeah, you basically see if I can kind of get in there. But yeah, they're tapered holes to hold the pre-roll cones, the same taper the pre-roll cone has. And then we've got this top thing, and it comes down, it kind of pre-folds the top of the cone. And then we've got the plunger that comes and finishes the job off. But yeah, there it is, folks. The fold and go. What is that? 511 minutes or something? What is that? He times that by 6. It's what, 3,000 an hour?
Yeah,
Roughly.
If we're up and going, we can do more than 2, but 2 is kind of the average.
Okay, there we go. There it is, folks. Fold and go.